All right. I have voice. Okay, good. Ready to do stuff. All right. Look, we got a schedule too. Does this help y'all? Is this good? See what we're doing today? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. So we're going to talk about turning in assignments. All right. I got a lot of people failing, but we're going to fix that because you're just going to turn some stuff in. If you have code, you should turn that in. How can you turn in code? There's about 3 ways that I'll take code turned into me. Okay, you can copy the code and then go to the create on Schoology submissions and then just stick your code in there. That's cool. You could go to create and you could give me the link to your rappel. That works too. Or you could just take a screenshot of the code that you did and put that as an attachment. I'll take that as well. Any way that you're giving me code, that's a good way to turn in an assignment. If you turn in an assignment and you just give me what the printout is, that is not cool because this is a class about coding. So for a coding assignment, you should turn in code. Good? Cool. All right. Hey, we got a slideshow. That sounds fun. Yeah, I didn't even realize it until it says coding slideshow. And I thought, well, I probably should do that. But not attendance. Here we go. The way I handle slideshows is when I teach things, I don't want to get you lost. But I also think that there are things that are worthwhile me giving you just access to. Like saying, if you ever want to do this, there's stuff in there, there's stuff in the slideshow that'll help you do it. So if I skip over stuff, that's why. It's because I just want you to be able to see it. You don't have to memorize it. You won't have like written tests in here. Well, not many. I pretty much barely try to do a written test. Final exam or can't think of anything else sometimes. Most of the time it's like presentations and code and other fun things. So anyway, we're going to learn about how to read in information first. Because no longer do I want to just type the number into the code, but I want the keyboard to be able to type it in. Does that sound good? Yes, no? Hopefully it sounds good. That's what we're going to do. Oh, look. We can like present. Boom. Okay, so a scanner is a class that reads from files or from the keyboard. It actually reads from pretty much the same. And if you want to use it, you need to use import.java.util.star. And I'll show you where the import goes in the code when we do a little example. And so when you make a scanner, you're going to say something like scanner scan. So scan is my nickname for scanner. So this is the name of the thing, and this is the type of thing that you're making. So there is a scanner called scan. And every time you make something brand new, you have to say, this is brand new. Like, welcome to the world, little scanner. It's a wonderful place. You're going to love it here. And then this system.in, what is the primary way that you put information into a computer? Do you guys just think and things show up on the screen? What is the primary way you put information into a computer? Keyboard. That's what system.in is. This right here is just the keyboard. And then we can ask for something like the age. They can give it to us. Little scanner is going to give us his next integer. And we'll take whatever number he gives us and we'll just put it in age. So if the user types 25, then we take the 25 and we stick it in age. If they type 2, Do we take the 2 and we stick it in H? Whatever you give us. I don't care. As long as it's an integer, we're fine. And then we can print out something. So, do you want me to show you an example real quick? It would be helpful. Yeah. All right. Okay. So look, on NetBeans, all my imports are up here. So for the scanner, it said we needed java.util.star. Yeah. So NetBeans automatically puts it up here for you. If you're in Rappel, you got to type it yourself. So before your public class, you got to put that import up there. But let's make a scanner. So scanner, and we don't have to call it scan if we don't want to. We could call it like Charles or ScanCat or whatever you want. Y'all don't seem to have an opinion on this, huh? Yes, no? Scan bro, got it? So this scanner is called Scan Bro. Have we ever seen this scanner before? No, he's brand new. And where do you want to read information? The keyboard. That's system.in. Look, we made a scanner. His name is Scan Bro. Because, you know, he scans stuff for us. All right. So then we can have a print. Please enter some feet. And then I can say int feet would be like some number they give me. Now ScanBro is a scanner. He scans real good. That's all he does. That's all you good for? Yeah, it is all I'm good for. ScanBro scans, right? So I'm going to talk to ScanBro. And in NetBeans, Rappel has a similar system, but in NetBeans, if you press dot, it'll offer you things that he can do. He's like, here's your menu. And so if I wanted an integer, what do you think would be a good option for me to offer to ask ScanBro to do? Next integer, right? Make sense? Yeah? And then I could say int inches is 12 times feet. That sounds good, yeah? Mm-hmm. And system.out.println. Say feet is 70 inches. So now I run my code, enter some feet. 8 feet. 8 feet is 96 inches. Right? Any concerns? Was this difficult? And you have like the access to the PowerPoint or the slides so you can copy and paste the code however you need to. Every time in this, I don't know if you've noticed this, but everything that's in italics or the little thinner curved letters, those are all code, right? So if you're looking for just the code, it's right here in this letter. The italics, yeah. There's files. I'm not going to talk about files because I feel like people get lost. Oh, there's an error. Can I fix the error? Nailed it. Okay, fix it. I'm not going to talk about files right now, but if you want to, you're always welcome to. Java will read from files just like it's a keyboard. You want me to show you real quick? I can show you. I'll show you. You'll be like, oh, I've seen that. Oh, sure. Yeah. Just no, you don't. It's not required right now. So if you don't want to worry about it, it's fine. So I can make a file. I'm going to call him FileBro because I feel like that's a good little pattern for this little example. And it's a new file. And we'll call it like data.txt. Now, my files in NetBeans and Rappel are all on the side. In NetBeans, I have to click on Files. And you'll notice that in my folder that's open, there are no files yet. But I can actually tell FileBro to create himself. So he's just going to wake up one morning, create himself. There it is. See it? See right over here? Just see it? Yeah, yeah. And I can double click on it and I could put 7. So then, when I come back to my thing, I don't want to read from the keyboard now. I made a file, so I can go to FileBro, and I can say, ScanBro, I want you to read from FileBro. And then what it's going to do is it's going to go and it's going to ask, what number do you have? And it's just like I typed it in the keyboard. And so he doesn't have to ask, because it gets done. Yeah? And if I go here, and I say, okay, it's 1 foot. It just treated the text file like it's the keyboard. So you don't have to keep typing it in over and over again. All right. Are we good? Yeah? Okay. We talked about that. Did we talk about add, subtract, multiply, divide, remainder? Yes? No? Yeah? Okay. Real quick, what is 10 remainder 3? 10 remainder 3 is? 1. Maybe we can imagine it that there's 10 cookies on the table, and 3 guys make a pact that they're never going to break a cookie. And they all have to walk away with the same amount. So how many are left over? 1 cookie's left over. So if you remember, like 5 divided by 2 is 2, because an int is an int. Int with an int makes an int. Yeah? Yep. Why is this 7.5? What? Yeah. This one right here. Why is this 7.5? Well, 4.5 plus, what is 10 divided by 3? If you were in math class, they would tell you it's 3.33. But we're not in math class. We're in computer science. And when an int gets with an int, we always get a int, right? So 10 divided by 3 is just 3. Yes? Yeah. And it's 4.5 plus 3, 7.5. Over here, 10.0 divided by 2 is 5.0. And this is not 10. This is 10.0. Right? And 10.0 divided by 2 is 5.0. And 3 plus 5.0 is 8.0. Yeah? And if you try to divide by 0, it goes bad. Terribly bad. Did we talk about these combos? Should I teach them real quick? Sure. I like that attitude. Thank you. Here we go. If I have a number int x equals 10, and I say x is x plus 2, when I print x, I get 12, yeah? Because 10 plus 2 is 12. But if I go plus equals 3, I get 15, because this is pretty much the same as this, well, except the 2 and the 3. Here, we'll make it a 2. There we go. This is the same as this. It's just faster. Make sense? Yes? Okay. So minus equals is the same thing. Times equals, divide equals, all that. And then we talked about the plus plus and minus minus before. What does plus plus do? says it right there. Come on. Adds 1 and saves it. Minus minus, subtract 1 and save it. All right, typecasting. Let me show you what this is. Double. Now we go back. C. 3.2. Int B equals C. All right, it's not going to let us do this because it's going to tell us that you're trying to fit somebody that's too fat into something smaller. Because a double is twice as big as an integer. Yeah? But what we can do is we can just do some shaving. So we can tell C, okay, C, I'm going to turn you into an integer. And so the format for that is you take the type that you want it to be and you put it in parentheses, and then you put the other thing in parentheses as well. And it automatically turns whatever it is into your desired format. So you could take a double and just say, you're going to be an it. It's a brand new life. Congratulations. And if you print it, you get 3. And if you print the original, you get a space. Not space. You get the I had the space. The original number doesn't change. It's still 3.2. Cool? If I'm going too slow, you should tell me. If I'm going too fast, you definitely should tell me. Going too fast sounds like a terrible idea. Cheap rounding, I'm not, no. Math class. Math has a ton of things for you to be able to do with it. Can I show you? Are you ready? All right, so look at this. Math dot. Look at all this stuff. Somebody wrote it for us. So here, we'll do like double G math dot. Okay, so let's talk about some of this stuff. There's pi. So if you've ever done like geometry or anything like that, got that pi in there. Absolute value. Makes it positive. Y'all have covered absolute value in math, right? Somebody taught you absolute value, yes? Good. Ceiling. Ceiling rounds up. What do you think floor does? Goes down. Yeah. And all this stuff is just available. You just press dot after math and it shows up for you. Hypot. I love hypot. It does Pythagorean theorem because it'll find the hypotenuse of a right triangle, right? So hypot, Pythagorean theorem for you. It'll tell you max. It can tell you the min if you give it 2 numbers. Which one's bigger? Which one's smaller? Power. So here we'll do this one. Math dot pow 3 to the 4th power. So anybody know what 3 to the 4th power is? Anybody want to flex their math skills? Going once. What is it? Did you guess 81? Ah, okay. But there you go. 3 to the 4th power. So you do pow. Lots of fun stuff. Always welcome to look at it. Oh, and the one you're going to have to use on your assignment, which, you know, you could find the square root. So we find the square root of like 85.2. So what's the square root of 85.2? I'm glad you asked. It's 9.23. Good? All right, let's see what our plan was. We did a slideshow. We talked about the skater with the keyboard, the file, sweet. We did math operations. We did the compound operations. We did the casting. We did the math class. Hey, I'm going to do an example. Does that sound okay? Yep. All right. Have y'all ever done the? Have y'all ever had a teacher that uses a square root curve? Sometimes, like I used to teach math. When I give a really hard test, I felt real bad failing people, so I do a square root curve. It makes things better. It's actually what the AP tests are graded on. Not at this school, just like the official AP test. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway. Well, some of it at least. So, someone give me a grade on a test. 75. Oh, 50. I like 50. 50 is easy. 50, it turns into a 71. 64 turns into an 80. See if you can pick up what the pattern is. If you make a 25 on the test, you know what your grade goes in what grade goes in the grade book? A 50. If you make a 16 on the test, you get a 40. If you make 100, you know what you get? You get 100. Do y'all know what the pattern is?
The square root of it, you multiply it by 10.
And? No. Square root of the grade times 10. Round it up. See? Like this one right here. So close. Good job, man. So we're going to make a program that does this. So we can do all the crazy numbers that we don't really want to do. Right? Does that sound good? Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Square root of the grade. Yep. Square root curve. All right. Oh, I copied it. Sweet. Square root of a number, multiply by 10. So I want to be able to type this in the calculator or in the computer. So I'm going to make a scanner. And as much as I'm a fan of ScanBro, I'm just going to go back to scan because that's what I'm used to. And I'm going to read from the keyboard. So I'm going to read from system.in. Okay? So then I'll do like a system.out.print. Please enter a grade. And then I'm gonna let them type in y'all wanna do double or integer? Integer, sure. So the original grade. Who gives me the grade? No. He's already named here. Scan, right? Scan's going to go and be my little delivery boy. Scan. Give me the next int. On it, boss. He can't read, or he can't write. He can't do multiplication. He can't draw things. But what he can do is he can deliver. He's got good skills. So what's the first step? Find the square root. So we're going to say double SQ is math dot square root of the original. Yes? What's the next step? Multiply by 10. So double. Oh, and why am I doing doubles? Because square roots are doubles. Right? That make sense? So double. I'll call it mole. The square root times 10. What's my last step? Round up. So this will be an integer, because those shouldn't have decimal values if I round up, right? Math.ceiling. Now it's going to have a problem but I can just say turn it into an integer because I know you need to be one. So I can just turn them into it. Fit in the box. You like push them in. Anyway. This out. Curved grade. So give me a grade. 75. That makes an 87. See, you can just put in whatever grade you want. Make a 90, get a 95. Make an 87, 94. What? If you make a 94, it should be like a 97. I've done this thing for years. But if you make a 50, or let's do better or worse grade. Let's go like a 53. You pass. You get a 73. It's not really nice. So. All right. Any concerns? Problems? Beefs? Nope. Okay. Look, I did all the stuff I said I was gonna do. I don't even think it was that long. Seems pretty short. So what you guys have is there's an operations matching in the Schoology. Go knock that out. There's a program called Speed Calculator. Here, let me show you. Let's see if we go this class that hasn't ever met. There we go. So Speed Calculator, I give you a formula for how they determine the speed that someone's going based on their skid marks. So when you're driving your car real fast and you slam on the brakes, sometimes people get in accidents or whatever, and we can actually tell how fast you are going based on the distance that your tires leave on the road, right? So this is the formula for it. So you're going to ask about what the distance was, and you'll be able to tell them the speed. Sound good? Yes? Okay. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call y'all up individually, and we're going to talk about what you're missing and whatnot so that we can get some of your grades up. That'd be nice. Any questions? Go. It's a great sound effect. Hey, stream. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, something.